As we entered 2024, we seemed primed for a 2020 rematch between President Joe Biden and the man he succeeded, former President Donald Trump.
Come November, we will vote in record numbers.
We're going to put America first. We're going to make America great again.
But first, Trump needed to dispatch a crowded field of Republicans seeking the nomination.
Chaos follows him.
By March, he had just one opponent left, his former UN ambassador, Nikki Haley.
They call it Super Tuesday for a reason.
But after Trump had a decisive win on Super Tuesday, Nikki Haley called it quits. Meanwhile, the Democratic primary was more like a coronation, Biden facing no serious competition. But there were warning signs that Biden's age might become an issue. In February, Special Counsel Robert Hur recommended not bringing charges against Biden for retaining classified documents, saying a jury would likely see Biden as an elderly man with a poor memory.
My memory is fine.
Trump, meanwhile, had to leave the campaign trail in April for his trial in New York on charges of falsifying documents to cover up hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels. In the end, he was convicted of 34 charges, the first time in history that a former U.S. president became a felon.
We didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man.
But Trump soon scored a landmark victory before the Supreme Court when the conservative majority ruled that presidents enjoyed legal immunity for official acts.
Joe Biden.
Then came a major turning point in the campaign, Biden's disastrous performance in his first scheduled debate with Trump.
Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Biden's halting delivery and meandering responses alarmed Democrats, who began calling on him to leave the race.
I am running and going to win again.
For nearly a month, Biden remained defiant. But in late July, the pressure was too much. Biden dropped out of the race and endorsed his vice president, Kamala Harris.
The best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
Also in July, this stunning moment.
Take a look at what happened.
Trump was nearly killed in an assassination attempt while speaking at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Remarkably, the bullet only grazed his right ear. 2 days later, wearing a bandage, Trump received a hero's welcome at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee.
I'm not supposed to be here tonight.
DNC, turn out for what?
Democrats, meanwhile, rallied around Kamala Harris at the Democratic Convention in Chicago, where she tried to quickly unify the party before a mad rush to Election Day.
I promise to be a president for all Americans.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Have fun.
In September, Trump and Harris held their first and only debate.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
A face-off memorable for Trump's baseless claims about Haitian immigrants in Ohio.
Hello, Michigan.
It's so good to be back in Arizona.
Both candidates focused their fall campaigns on 7 key swing states.
Wisconsin.
Nevada!
Pennsylvania.
North Carolina.
Georgia!
Before it was up to voters on November 5th.
The 47th President of the United States.
On Election Day, Trump would win every single one of the swing states and became the first Republican presidential candidate in 2 decades to win the popular vote.
Look what happened. Is this crazy?
Republicans also won the majority in the Senate and barely kept control of the House, giving them a trifecta of power in the new year. And after the election, Special Counsel Jack Smith decided to end both federal prosecutions of Trump because of Justice Department policy against charging presidents. Trump is now moving quickly to nominate loyalists to his cabinet, while President Biden prepares to leave office after a half-century on the public stage. Reporting here in Washington, I'm Evan Koslof, Spectrum News.